This time we can go live. I think it's something's happening, and that's right now. Always right now. Okay, that's the beauty of life. Right now, you get answers right now. Those are the answers we give. All right. Uh, where they come from is up to the creation process, and yet down here on Earth, we can bring it to fruition at any time. So let me espouse this thing to try to, as they say, come up with a spouse. All right, to show that my life is worthy of such a wife through all this strife. It's about that time. All right. So let's try this. The president, as we saw, as I say, when people say sexual preference, the president and some of the people that he's dealing with and things that are going on right now, they say the KKK is coming to Arkansas. Didn't we have the KKK head of the Klan in Harrison, Arkansas for many years? So that's not new news. Okay, let's not forget that. So there goes the helicopter flyby. Yeah, see, the machine, but I'm a human being. See, that's the power vested in me. All of us, no matter how establishing the movement that they have to try to disestablish this ongoing process, it'll never happen. Okay, the laboratory is the labor story from the very beginning. We shared that with the telescope and the human being being the greatest machine. The calculations that we make are inevitable. All right. So, and to go along with that, the parade of power was used, and the president said that based on his comments. What did he say? The people who were the racist or the white nationalists, he said they had the permit already. Other people didn't. Why did he bring? They had the permit because of impact, right? Because he knew the impact of that parade way ahead of time. Why do I say that? Now, 1 Mile Green parade, to parade the power of the green, of the universal order, omnipotent source, they said, the police department said, here's your permit, you don't need to pay for the permit. Because they knew what? The impact that it would have on society, have on the whole world. You see, the relationship that goes when you parade true power, omnipotent source, and not some fragrant flower that you're trying to portray, which is not the real deal. Okay, real flowers, most of the real flowers come up through the desert regions. That rock, that mineral meat when it's time to shine. All right, when it rains, it will come up just like we come up every time. You see? So, truly, 1 Mile Green has been a parade of power, and the communication is ongoing, that parade of power, based on what the president said. A permit that was issued. So with the permit being issued, then the telecommunication energy there was committed, has been committed to bring about that change, right? So the change is certainly in the life-giving source of the things that we do. Okay? So that was a beautiful thing that he said that. Yeah, he said, yeah, they had the permit. Wow. Imagine how I felt when he said that. The energy that I was able to use from that. That we can command, definitely command, immediately. In those words. You see? Words have meaning. Will always have meaning. What is this going on here? And so people use words for a reason, to make points, and either to make a point or to make their lives much more valuable. Okay? So how do you make your life more valuable? How do you make your life more valuable? In the communication devices that are available. And the communications available right now to us are very interesting and wow, succinct. So you can sink yourself into these things and come up with a true parade of power. You see the very same thing. What they were doing, I had already done it to improve the lives of the people here in Little Rock, Arkansas. You see, well, lots of the corruption is going on. It's no longer hidden. They don't try to hide the corruption anymore. They just bring it on out. The fears have jumped way up there based on the knowledge and understanding that we have to share. That's all it is. Again, he said that they have a permit. When I went to them, they saw that, they said, you have a permit too. And look at that. See how far that has gone now? How long that has gone? As far as I can see, like the Doggone Series A and B. All right? So, simply said, well read, we can see the institutional organization on either side as it comes to fruition. Okay? What are you going to use or what are you going to abuse? Like I said, faith, F-A-I-T-H, fate, or fatality. All those are combined in that. So let me move on into sports. Modern day bravery from the words spoken of modern day slavery. Yes, you see the young men, they're now speaking up, saying things that people in mainstream society are afraid to do at their job, what they're getting paid to do because their jobs are on the line. Can't say that. If people go online and see you saying certain things, they'll try to fire you. If a school teacher says certain things about society, they'll fire the school teacher and all of that. You see the message there, how they know how powerful this is. So we can move into what at one time I spoke of. Athletes are the people who we can look at to see how athletic performance, being in great shape, how it improves our lives based on the death and dying of the terrible diets that people are doing. Because black people, the smallest population, like 12-14% of the population, but dying from all the diseases based on diet. So looking at people in society, you can't see how well you can perform based on your diet and your body makeup and all of that, what it means and what you're doing in society. Correct? Because we don't really see that on an ongoing basis, on and on, over and over again. What we see is, what we hear are people dying from diseases that are totally preventable. Yes? So to prevent people from knowing that, they put things in foods that you don't know about and don't try to elevate your knowledge about eating and diets and all of that. Okay? So, again, that's what we're looking at. We got to use everything that we can that's going on right now. And the young men in sports who are speaking up, doing what they're supposed to do. And there's a guy that did the plant-based diet just recently, which is a great thing. And I'm still looking for some of these athletes to come holler at me. Hey, the knowledge is here. It's there. Don't be afraid. I can do a GoFundMe and y'all can donate to that. So I'm looking to do that too, to make things more peaceable for you all, you know. So that's cool too. I know you can maybe do some things that you don't want everybody to know about. So go find me. Go find me. Fund me? Yeah. And so we can see that the possibilities are tremendous, endless, and truly aggressive, even in a peaceful, dominant society. When we look at things and to see society, what society is doing, the deaths and dying, hospitalization, hospital bills, healthcare bills, trying to attack the hospital, the medical care that is already online, okay? So and that puts stresses on people's mind, hearts and minds, and making them think that, oh, I gotta have health care because otherwise I'm not gonna I don't know what to do. You can only do a certain time, certain doctors. So again, we have the sports physiology that you can see to improve your life. Truly, what it really is all about. And not saying, oh, I eat what I want to eat, and that's not true because too many of you are dying, can't move, can't hardly do anything. Okay, so now the bravery aspect is also there, which we need more people in society speaking up because these athletes are now showing that as well. In what they were saying about slavery, post-traumatic slavery syndrome. Remember people who come in with that? So, and they were using that as an ally to people because they're not moving in it with their words and their actions and not speaking up and not doing things at their jobs, in their homes to move them forward in society to get away from the post-traumatic slavery syndrome. You see how people coin things so quickly without assessing the total package of what society is, and over time using that process to know. These were people who so-called educated, PhDs and all of that, who knew what our brains and minds would function at. But as we know, slaves had to make it through it. The toughest people we ever gonna know on planet Earth had to went through slavery. Okay, so they made it through, so we can be here today. And then people wanted to downgrade us for making it here, for being here, because we weren't so-called moving fast enough for them. So they're going to downgrade the slave person, the so-called slave. And they really weren't slaves. They were just POWs, prisoners of war in this country. So how beautiful and granted and a parade of power from the universal order is that. What a beautiful green plant-based dietary brain function, coordinated effort that you can have. Again, in these spiritual books, it's to fast and eat plant-based diet, purely water, improve your life, meditation, all of that, you see? And you can come up with other terminology instead of saying post-traumatic slave syndrome or post-slave diets and all of that without having a nurturing precept and to perceive the truth of what's going on, you see? So instead of using the European intellectual process, which puts one above and below one another, based on what you've been told, read in the book, and not what you have been born with, which is the truest knowledge, the highest knowledge of them all, to apply when we're under so much pressure, which beautiful things always flower out of it, which I'm using right now, the most beautiful things that can flower out of any situation, and to share it with you, okay? So that's what's going on right now. These things are happening right now. We can use other terminology now instead of just post-traumatic slave. What about post-dramatic something that is trajectory that takes us up, because we knew that the slave had to have something to make it through. And what was that? Athletic performance. They had to work all day, just like an athlete. Works out all day. That's all they focuses on, what they're going to do and all that, to come up and have the most financial freedom. And that's what the slaves were doing. They had financial freedom, not physical or mental so-called freedom, but they were working in fields and they had to eat something. They weren't just eating hog maws and all of that. Believe me, they were eating some herbs and other things while they're working all those times, okay? So, but we know some were doing that. We know there are people doing that. They had to make it through because these people weren't just that stupid, okay? So that progressive knowledge is in us at all times.